Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. Today's review is dedicated to our Star Wars Black Series Ahsoka Tano figure in her Clone Wars appearance. Let's take a look. So with Ahsoka much more in the spotlight these days, it's really great to get this more throwback figure, even as we're seeing more and more attention placed on recent live-action appearances. And I think it's this particular iteration of Ahsoka that's popular with a lot of fans. This is the one most people grew up with, and when the character in the Clone Wars series really went from being like the kid sidekick to a little bit more of a mature and developing and fully fledged character. So awesome to see, and I think this figure right here is certainly a winner. As you saw earlier, she comes with 2 lightsabers and a lot of details that are unique to this release. We've gotten a lot of Ahsoka figures in the past, her Season 7 Mandalorian look, as well as for Rebels and Mandalorian appearances. But this figure really stands out on his own as not having all that much, or even any, if I'm aware, reuse from some of those existing ones. As you see, she's got unique hands that kind of has a pose for her to hold those lightsabers uniquely, or you could even use as kind of like a gesturing force hand. And she also has really solid articulation for a much more acrobatic character. And so really great to see all of those details come together when they certainly could have cut corners in production here. Accessories for this figure are as follows. We've got 2 green lightsabers, one a little bit longer and one in that kind of Shoto lightsaber, which with some of the thickness of our plastic here almost looks more like a truncheon or a billy club, like that kind of length. But it's something I excuse here as it makes for a saber that is of course going to be a little bit more durable. At this point as well, I can't even count how many Ahsoka lightsabers I have. I probably got 4 or 5 different figures of her, and she comes with 2 every time, so I guess we're probably looking at least 10 Ahsoka lightsabers I've got lying around in this little box where I keep all the accessories. But again, I think a great job has been done on these, and really great to get the varying lengths here as well, as I think that allows you to kind of play around with things a little bit more, get some different poses, as having one longer and one shorter puts, different offensive or defensive poses that you can put together. The only criticism I'd bring forward for this figure is that unique head sculpt doesn't leave a lot of room for articulation, and so for this particular figure, a lot of your attention is going to have to be forward-facing, which might be a little bit of a drawback if you're trying to do some different flips or different perspective shots like that. But all in all, I think this is a fantastic release. If you're a fan of Ahsoka, I think this is certainly the most iconic appearance that you'd want to capture in action figure form. So let me know down in the comments below if you are a fan of this figure, if this one is on perhaps one of your holiday wish lists. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out some of the other content up on the channel, as we have other reviews of our Black Series figures, as well as tips and tricks for making action figures of your own.